The symbolism of sparrows. Sparrows are a common creature seen in gardens and woods the world over. Part of the passerine bird family, the symbolism of sparrows is as diverse as the species itself. Their meaning has also had a deep resonance across parts of Europe, Asia, and the Americas. Mostly recognised as a small and unassuming animal, they've had a huge impact on much bigger things. Many contemporary military vehicles and weapons, for example, adopt the Sparrow moniker, as do warships, and even the British Army, known as the Sparrows, a nickname for the 79th Light Anti-Aircraft Battery. There's also a Russian saying, to shoot sparrows with a cannon, meaning to apply drastic measures to solve small problems. But that's the only tip of the iceberg, so here's some more. The best place to start talking about the meaning of sparrows is the place they're most often observed, in nature. A particular favourite among birdwatchers and other nature lovers, they're known for building nests on the rooftops of city buildings and scavenging the ground for food. Symbolism number 1, social harmony. Found in loose colonies during the breeding season, and found in flocks outside of breeding season, the sparrow is a symbol of social harmony in the animal world. Unlike more solitary birds, especially large predators, multi-species sparrows tend to stick together. Sometimes they are even observed sharing food between themselves. Of course, there's one exception to this symbol, the great sparrow of southern Africa. Preferring to live in solitary pairs or small family groups, you won't see these sparrows mixing with other members of their species. You could call them the black sheep of the sparrow family. Number 2, relaxation. Aside from being associated with the relaxing melody of the birdsong, sparrows are also known for their peculiar phenomenon of dust bathing. Using their feet to scratch holes in the ground to place themselves inside, they'll then cover their bodies in dust or sand, much like a natural mud bath. This relaxing behaviour is something they've also been seen to do in water, ice and snow. It's also done together with other members of the flock, perhaps as some sort of performative mating display. Sparrows in religion. Like many other animals, sparrows make appearances in both Abrahamic faith and other religions. Symbolism number 3, the worth of God. Although sparrows have quite a poor association in Christianity, often being seen as pests, they are directly mentioned in the biblical passage of Matthew 10:29. Used by Jesus when he asks his followers, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny?" The birds are used as a comparative point here to explain the extent of God's love and care for all creatures on earth. The birds were also said to be present in important events leading up to the last days of Christ, something that has them featuring in several Renaissance artwork depicting such scenes. Number 4, a reminder of human kindness. The Islamic Sunnah, the traditional biographies of Muhammad, features a mention of the sparrow when the Prophet himself commanded his followers not to mutilate animals while they are still alive. Speaking to Ibn Umar, the passage goes, "There is no man who kills even a sparrow or anything similar without deserving it." This serves as a reminder to Muslims that whoever is kind to God's creatures is also kind to themselves. 5. Joy of the Messiah's return. According to Jewish mysticism, the Tree of Souls is a location in the Garden of Eden associated with the coming end of the world. Sparrows serve as a symbol here, as they are the only living thing said to inhabit the branches of the tree, watching each soul descend. Their chirping in this moment is said to signify the joy of the Messiah's return to earth coming closer. 6. Sparrows as spirit animals and totems. In the world of animism, the sparrow, despite its size and wingspan, is considered strong and powerful. This has everything to do with how it lives, at home in groups of hundreds. Like the flamingo and other pack animals, the sparrow thrives with safety in numbers. Inheriting a sparrow as a totem or seeing it come to your life in different ways may also symbolize protection. That's because sparrows look out for one another under the threat of many predators. Another positive association the bird has relating to its labour at building nests and gathering food is work ethic. Finding yourself connected to sparrows for this reason could also signify that you're a person unlikely to delay things or procrastinate. The meaning of sparrows in mythology and folklore. Number 7, lustfulness. Linked to the ancient Greek god of Aphrodite, the god of love, beauty, passion and pleasure, sparrows stand up as one of the group of animals that helped make her an icon of lust and desire throughout the old Mediterranean. Aphrodite's connection with the bird also reportedly influenced the writings of Shakespeare too. 8. Hieroglyphics. Sparrows make rare appearance in the language of the pharaohs, but do serve as a symbol present on a few of the era's tombs and thrones. Here, the representation was negative. Often, sparrows represented narrow, bad, or small things. 9. Death omens. Similar to their representation in the Judaic Tree of Souls, sparrows also carried connotations of death in aspects of European folklore. Oddly, but perhaps related, there existed a superstition in the British region of Kent to kill a sparrow if caught. Not doing so, it was believed, would lead to the death of either the catcher or their parents. A sparrow also appears as an omen of death in the Brothers Grimm fairy tale, The Dog and the Sparrow. Here, the animal ends up driving the human in the story to his own death at the hands of his wife. 10. Good luck. Contrary to it being a symbolism of death, the sparrow is seen in some cultures as one of good luck. In China, for example, it's associated with springtime and feelings of happiness. Perhaps one reason it stands as a decorative element in many traditional Chinese paintings, ornaments, and furniture pieces is this very symbolism of happiness. Folklore from Indonesia looks at the sparrow similarly, especially if it manages to fly into a home and construct a nest indoors. Symbolism of sparrows in technology. Not only does the significance of the sparrow play out in ancient culture, but it also has an important position in the modern world. When it comes to the naming of aircraft, such as the Carlson Sparrow, electric vehicles, such as the Corbin Sparrow, and even missiles, such as the Sea Sparrow, it has its place in technology. Bringing us to the 11th point, speed. It appears again as the name of an early 2000s email client for Apple Technologies. Here, it was maybe influenced by symbols of sparrows' lightness and speed. Summary. Sparrows are a popular sight for many around the world. They appear not just in gardens and rooftops, but also as a name for many things we see in our everyday lives, from film titles to music groups, song titles to plays. The symbolism of sparrows is everywhere.